In a distant galaxy, the coalition of alien races gathered in a grand chamber aboard their flagship, the Zarathax. The room was filled with laughter and chatter as leaders from various alien species discussed their latest target, Earth. To them, this tiny blue planet was a joke. They could not believe that such a small and seemingly weak species could pose any threat to their mighty forces. "The humans are nothing but ants," boasted a tall, green-skinned alien named Greylock. His many eyes glimmered with disdain. "They can't even reach the stars like we do. Why waste our time with them?" The room erupted with laughter, and other leaders joined in. They had traveled across the galaxy, conquering worlds and asserting their power. To them, the thought of humans standing in their way was ridiculous. Meanwhile, back on Earth, a group of military leaders gathered in a dimly lit war room. General Sarah Mitchell, a tough and determined woman, stood at the front. She looked at the large screen displaying images of the alien fleet moving toward Earth. Her expression was serious, but her voice was steady. "Ladies and gentlemen," she said, "we are facing a grave threat. These aliens think we are weak and unprepared. But we know better. We must show them that humans are not to be underestimated." Her words resonated with the others. They began to share their knowledge about the alien forces. They had been tracking the coalition for weeks and had gathered important information about their ships and tactics. The humans realized that while they may not have the numbers, they had something far more valuable: their spirit and determination. Back in the alien chamber, the leaders decided to send a message to Earth, mocking its inhabitants. Greylock, who was in charge of communication, typed out a message that read, "Earthlings, prepare to be conquered. Your tiny planet will soon be ours." "You are nothing!" They sent the message, confident that it would scare the humans. However, they were not prepared for the response they would receive. General Mitchell gathered her team to discuss their reply. "We cannot show fear," she said. "Let's send a message back. Something simple but strong." After a few moments of brainstorming, they crafted a response. "We will not be looked down upon. Prepare for our defense." They sent the message, feeling a surge of courage. The aliens, upon receiving the reply, laughed even harder. They believed this was proof that humans were afraid. "Look at them," Greylock said. "They think they can stand against us with words. It will be an easy conquest." As the alien fleet approached Earth, they could see the blue planet becoming larger through their ships' viewports. They were ready for an easy victory. However, what they did not know was that humans had been preparing in secret. Across the globe, humans were working together to defend their planet. They built makeshift defenses, practiced combat strategies, and developed new technologies. While the aliens laughed at their size, humans were uniting with a fierce determination. Back in the war room, General Mitchell and her team worked tirelessly. "We may not be the biggest, but we are smart and resilient," she reminded them. "We have faced challenges before, and we will face this one head-on." The day of the invasion arrived. The alien ships filled the sky, darkening the sun. Humans looked up in fear and awe, but they also felt a burning determination within. As the first shots were fired from the alien ships, humans sprang into action. They fought with everything they had, using their knowledge of the terrain and their innovative tactics. They would not go down without a fight. As the battle began, the aliens were shocked. The humans were not as helpless as they had thought. This was just the beginning, and the humans were ready to prove that they were more than just a small planet in the vast universe. The underestimation would soon turn into a lesson, and the aliens would learn what it truly meant to provoke humanity. The fight for Earth had begun, and the humans were determined to show their strength. The skies over Earth were filled with the thunderous roar of alien ships. As the massive coalition fleet descended, panic spread among the people. The aliens believed they would easily conquer the tiny planet and its weak inhabitants. However, they were about to discover something that would change their minds forever. In the command center, General Sarah Mitchell looked at the chaos on the monitors. She felt the weight of responsibility on her shoulders but refused to show fear. "We need to stay calm," she said to her team. "We have been preparing for this. We have strength in our numbers, our creativity, and our resolve." Her words inspired the team, igniting a sense of determination. They quickly moved into action. Each member had a specific role to play. Some coordinated with local forces, while others worked on strategies to fight back against the overwhelming alien firepower. As the alien ships fired down lasers and missiles, humans took cover and returned fire. They used old technology, fighter jets, and ground-based missiles, while improvising new tactics to counter the alien invasion. General Mitchell watched as soldiers on the ground bravely launched their weapons, and she felt a surge of pride. "Keep firing," she ordered, pointing to the screen. "Aim for their engines. If we can disable their ships, we stand a chance." The humans fought back with surprising tenacity. As laser blasts filled the air, the aliens were stunned. They had expected to face a helpless population, not one that fought back fiercely. The humans used their knowledge of the landscape to set traps, ambushing the aliens as they landed. On the ground, a young soldier named Jake found himself in the thick of battle. He was scared, but remembered the training he had received. "We can do this," he whispered to himself. He and his team took cover behind a wrecked car as they spotted an alien troop transport nearby. "On my mark," Jake said, gripping his weapon tightly. "We hit them hard and fast!" With a burst of courage, Jake led his team in a surprise attack. They rushed out, catching the aliens off guard. The sight of humans charging at them made the aliens hesitate for just a moment. That moment was enough for Jake and his team to disable the transport, causing it to explode in a brilliant flash of light. "Nice job," Jake's teammate shouted, filled with adrenaline. "Let's keep it up!" Back in the command center, General Mitchell noticed the shift in battle. Reports came in of human successes all across the globe. "We are holding our ground," she shouted, her heart swelling with hope. "Keep pushing them back." The aliens, however, were not easily defeated. They began to regroup, sending in reinforcements to regain control. But the humans had something the aliens did not: a fierce determination to protect their home. As the battles raged on, more and more humans joined the fight. Everyday people who had never thought of themselves as soldiers stepped up. Teachers, doctors, and even children joined together to defend their planet. They showed bravery that inspired their fellow citizens. Meanwhile, the coalition leaders watched the chaos unfold from their flagship, the Zarathax. Greylock, the alien commander, felt a mix of anger and confusion. "Why are they fighting so hard?" he demanded. "We expected them to be weak and fearful." Another leader, a dark-skinned alien named Vorkon, frowned. "They are using tactics we did not anticipate. We must change our approach." The coalition began to face unexpected setbacks, and their confidence wavered. Humans were not the small, powerless beings they had assumed. They were fighting back with creativity and strength, and the tide of the battle was turning. Back on the ground, General Mitchell was receiving reports of victories across the globe. "We need to capitalize on this momentum," she said. "Let's regroup our forces and prepare for a counterattack." As the sun set, the battlefield became illuminated by explosions and flashes of light. The humans were united, stronger than anyone had imagined. They had turned the tide of battle, proving that their strength came not from size, but from their unyielding spirit. The aliens, once so confident in their victory, now faced an enemy they could not underestimate. The battle for Earth had only just begun, and the unexpected strength of humanity was about to shine even brighter. The battle for Earth raged on, with alien ships soaring through the sky and lasers lighting up the night. Humanity was fighting hard, but the coalition of alien races continued to send wave after wave of reinforcements. Each day brought new challenges, but hope remained in the hearts of the defenders. General Sarah Mitchell knew that a turning point was close. They just had to find it. In the command center, General Mitchell studied the battle maps. She noticed a pattern in the aliens' attacks. "They always strike from the same direction," she said, her voice filled with determination. "If we can anticipate their movements, we can set a trap for them." Her team quickly went to work, preparing to exploit this weakness. They gathered their best pilots and soldiers to form a new plan. "We'll create a fake stronghold here," she pointed at the map. "It will look like our main base. When the aliens attack, we will hit them from all sides." As night fell, the humans set up their trap. They built fake defenses and lit flares to create the illusion of heavy activity. The coalition, seeing the bright lights and hearing the noise, believed they had found an easy target. They sent in a massive fleet to attack. Meanwhile, on the ground, a young pilot named Mia prepared for her role in the plan. She was nervous but excited. "This is our chance to show them what we can do," she told her fellow pilots. "We have to stick together and follow the plan. We can turn this battle around." As the alien ships approached the fake stronghold, the humans waited, holding their breath. The moment had come. "Now!" General Mitchell shouted through the comms. The pilots soared into the sky, engaging the alien ships. The surprise attack caught the aliens completely off guard. The humans unleashed their weapons, targeting the engines and weapon systems of the alien ships. A fighter jet with skill, dodging enemy fire and taking down multiple alien crafts. "We can't let up," she shouted, adrenaline pumping through her veins. Back in the command center, General Mitchell watched the battle unfold on the monitors. "This is it! We're gaining ground!" she cheered, rallying her team. They could see the alien ships struggling against the humans' unexpected ferocity. As chaos erupted, Greylock, the alien commander, tried to regain control. "Reinforcements! We need backup!" he barked, his many eyes wide with disbelief. The aliens had underestimated the humans, and now they were paying the price. The tide of the battle shifted dramatically. With the aliens distracted and their forces scattered, the humans pressed forward. They launched a full-scale counteroffensive, attacking on all fronts. Soldiers charged bravely into the fray, using their training and newfound confidence to fight with everything they had. Jake, the young soldier from earlier, found himself in the middle of the action again. He spotted an alien commander trying to regroup the scattered troops. Without thinking, he led a small team toward the commander. "We need to take him out," Jake said, determination in his eyes. They moved quickly, catching the alien off guard and successfully disabling him. The fall of the alien commander sent shockwaves through the remaining troops. With their leader down, the aliens began to falter. "They're breaking!" one alien shouted in panic as they turned to flee. General Mitchell saw the shift in the battle. "Keep pushing! Don't let them regroup," she urged her team. "We have them on the run!" As the night wore on, the humans pushed forward, reclaiming lost territory. The sight of alien ships retreating was a victory that sparked cheers among the defenders. For the first time, they felt a sense of hope. They had turned the tide of battle and proved their strength against overwhelming odds. As dawn broke, the humans stood tall, watching the last of the alien ships disappear into the distance. They had achieved what many thought impossible. The coalition of alien races had come to conquer, but they had only awakened the fierce spirit of humanity. General Mitchell felt a rush of pride as she surveyed the battlefield. "We did it!" she exclaimed, her voice filled with emotion. "This is just the beginning. We will continue to fight for our planet!" The turning point had arrived. The humans had shown the aliens their true power, and from this moment on, they would not be seen as weak but as fierce warriors ready to defend their home at all costs. The sun rose over a battered but hopeful Earth. After the recent victory, the humans felt a surge of determination. They knew that the tide had turned, but they also understood that the war was far from over. The alien coalition would not give up easily. General Sarah Mitchell stood before her command center, her mind racing with plans. "We need to strike back," she declared. "We have hidden resources and technology that we can unleash." Her team listened intently. They had been preparing for a moment like this, gathering intelligence on the alien forces and developing new strategies. "What do you have in mind, General?" asked Lieutenant Raj, eager to contribute. General Mitchell turned to the holographic map of their territory. "We have a fleet of older ships and some advanced prototypes. If we can combine our forces and launch a surprise attack on the alien command ship, we can disrupt their operations and buy ourselves more time." The team worked tirelessly, coordinating the logistics for the great unleashing. They rallied every available pilot and soldier, calling on their reserves. Even civilians joined the effort, working to repair and equip the ships. The spirit of unity and determination filled the air. As the hours passed, the humans prepared their fleet. Mia, the brave pilot, was among those chosen for the mission. "This is our chance to show them what Earth can do," she said to her fellow pilots, her eyes shining with excitement. "Let's make this count." That night, the humans launched their attack. The skies darkened as the fleet took off, flying toward the distant alien command ship. General Mitchell led the charge from her flagship, the Indomitable, the pride of the human fleet. She felt a mix of anxiety and determination, but she knew they had to act fast. "Keep your formation tight," she instructed over the comms. "We need to hit them hard and fast. Stay focused." As they neared the alien ship, the humans saw the size of the enemy fleet. It was massive, with dozens of ships surrounding the command vessel. "They're ready for us," Lieutenant Raj warned, concern creeping into his voice. But General Mitchell remained steadfast. "We have the element of surprise. They won't expect us to strike so soon after our last attack. Let's show them what we're made of." With a loud roar, the humans launched their assault. Missiles flew and lasers blazed through the dark sky, striking alien ships and sending debris flying. The shock of the human attack caught the aliens off guard. Many were scrambling to respond, trying to regroup their forces. Mia flew her fighter jet with precision, weaving in and out of enemy fire. She spotted an alien fighter heading straight for her. "Not today!" she shouted, dodging the attack and firing her weapons. The alien ship exploded in a shower of sparks, filling her with exhilaration. Meanwhile, General Mitchell coordinated the attack, directing her fleet with sharp commands. "Target their engines! We need to disable their escape routes!" she shouted. The human ships focused their fire, successfully crippling several alien vessels. As the battle raged on, the humans closed in on the command ship. Greylock, the alien commander, watched in disbelief as his forces fell apart. "Why are they fighting like this?" he shouted, frustration boiling over. "They shouldn't be this strong!" Back on the Indomitable, General Mitchell felt a surge of hope as the command ship came into view. "Now let's finish this," she declared. They needed to breach the command ship's defenses and take down the enemy leadership. With a final push, Mia and her fellow pilots engaged the remaining alien fighters, clearing a path for the flagship. They launched a coordinated assault on the command ship, sending a wave of missiles crashing into its defenses. Explosions rocked the massive vessel, and the aliens began to panic. Inside the command ship, alarms blared as the crew scrambled to regain control. Greylock realized they were losing the battle. "Prepare for emergency evacuation," he ordered, but it was too late. With one final strike, the Indomitable blasted through the command ship's shields and into its core. The ship erupted in a massive explosion, lighting up the night sky and marking a significant victory for humanity. Back on Earth, the people watched in awe as the alien command ship fell. Cheers erupted across the planet. The humans had unleashed their power, proving they were not to be underestimated. General Mitchell stood on the bridge of the Indomitable, a smile breaking across her face. "We did it! This is just the beginning. We will take back our planet." The great unleashing had shown the world what humanity was capable of. The fight was far from over, but they had taken a crucial step toward reclaiming their future. The battle for Earth was escalating, and humanity was ready for whatever came next. The battle had raged for days, but the tide had turned in humanity's favor. The defeat of the alien command ship marked a significant victory, igniting hope in the hearts of people across Earth. General Sarah Mitchell stood on the bridge of the Indomitable, surveying the stars as her fleet regrouped. It was a moment of triumph, but she knew the fight was not over. "We have sent a clear message," she announced to her crew, her voice steady and full of determination. "The aliens thought they could take our home, but they underestimated us. Now we must prepare for what comes next." As the fleet began to return to Earth, a sense of relief washed over the crew. Mia, the young pilot, felt exhilarated. She had fought bravely and seen the strength of humanity in action. "We actually did it," she exclaimed to her fellow pilots, who were equally buzzing with excitement. "We showed them our true power." However, the victory was bittersweet. There were many wounded and lives had been lost. General Mitchell addressed her team with a heavy heart. "We have won this battle, but we must honor those who sacrificed everything for our future. We will rebuild and come back stronger." As the fleet landed on Earth, the sight of their home filled everyone with emotion. The cheers of the waiting crowd echoed through the air. People held banners and waved flags, celebrating the bravery of their defenders. General Mitchell stepped off the ship, greeted by the smiling faces of her comrades and the grateful citizens. "Thank you for your bravery," one woman shouted, tears of joy in her eyes. "You have saved us." General Mitchell nodded, her heart swelling with pride. "This victory belongs to all of you. We fought together, and we will continue to stand together." With the excitement of victory still fresh, the government convened an emergency meeting. Leaders from every corner of Earth gathered to discuss the next steps. "We have to prepare for the possibility of another attack," a military leader stated. "We can't let our guard down." General Mitchell spoke up, her voice strong. "We've shown that we can defeat them, but we also need to build alliances. There may be other races out there who want to help us. We need to reach out and prepare for any future threats." Her words resonated with everyone in the room. They realized that while they had won a battle, the war was far from over. They needed to unite and form a plan for the future. In the following weeks, humanity began to rebuild. The cities that had suffered damage were repaired, and new technologies were developed. Engineers and scientists worked together, using the knowledge gained from their battles to enhance their defenses. People from all walks of life volunteered to help, fueled by the spirit of unity. Meanwhile, General Mitchell led diplomatic missions to other planets. They sought out potential allies and forged relationships with other species who had also suffered under the alien coalition. The message was clear. Together, they could create a stronger front against any threats that lay ahead. Mia, now a seasoned pilot, joined the ambassadorial missions, sharing stories of their victory and building connections. She met with alien leaders who were curious about Earth. "We want to stand with you against our common enemy," one alien leader stated. "Your courage is inspiring. As Earth's influence grew, so did its allies." The galaxy began to see humanity not as a weak species, but as a fierce warrior and a potential partner. With each new alliance, the hope for a peaceful future grew stronger. Back on Earth, children played in the streets, unaware of the battles fought just beyond the stars. They grew up hearing stories of the bravery and unity displayed by their parents. Humanity was changing. They were no longer just survivors, but defenders of their world. General Mitchell often reflected on how far they had come. The battles had been fierce, but they had awakened a spirit within humanity that would never be extinguished. "We are stronger together," she reminded her team during meetings, her voice filled with conviction. As the sun set on the horizon, painting the sky in brilliant colors, humanity looked forward to a new beginning. They were no longer just fighting to survive, they were ready to thrive. Earth had emerged from the shadows of war into a future filled with possibilities, united and stronger than ever before. Together, they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, knowing they had the strength and resilience to protect their home.